aspects of all of this and the exposure. Professor Emeritus with Harvard Law School, author of the brand new book, Preventative State. Professor Alan Dershowitz, such a pleasure to have you, sir. So I want to start with the grand jury that has been impaneled. You have obviously something that is tantamount to impanel them. But the big question is, when it comes to the declassified documents, what would actually stick? It's the first piece in this, DOJ. But what would you think is happening in the next days and weeks to come to really make this more meat, as some are just trying to say it's a distraction, as you know, from the Epstein files?
Well, over a year ago, I predicted this was going to happen when the Democrats used lawfare against Donald Trump and indicted him in New York for a non-crime, and when the Attorney General of New York went after him for material that was not within her jurisdiction at all. I predicted that we'd see tit for tat when the Trump administration came to power. What we're seeing now is the weaponization of the legal system for political purposes by both parties. We're seeing lawfare being played by both parties, and the loser is the American citizen and the American rule of law and the American system of justice. So I have urged, and I made a speech at Mar-a-Lago that the president was at, he was president-elect at the time, in which I urged the newly elected Republicans not to do what the Democrats had done, and that is use the legal system as a way of helping partisan gains. And I saw the president shake his head in agreement with me. And so I'm hoping that both sides will stop this weaponization. But it has to start with the Democrats, because they started it. They have to cancel the prosecution against Donald Trump in New York and the legal claims of the Attorney General against Donald Trump in New York. Once that's done, then I think they would have more credibility and say to the Republicans, hey, call off the dogs as well. I don't like when grand juries are used by either party to make political points rather than to serve the interests of the Constitution.
To your point, I mean, we're seeing Letitia James sue the Trump administration over SNAP benefits and illegals a few weeks ago. So what you're saying, they have to start first, probably not going to happen. But let me just ask you to put a finer point on this. There are those who believe the fact that you're saying it's weaponization to impanel a grand jury, but some are saying this is actually using government, using the intelligence community to manufacture, the claim is manufacture evidence against somebody who was, this is something that needs to be investigated, or it really is a threat to democracy. So to say it's being weaponized, some are going to say, look at that and say, no, Professor Dershowitz, this was tantamount to one of the biggest scandals ever if these people weaponized and manufactured evidence, which is the most serious claim here from within our own government.
I agree. And that's why I think there should be civil remedies. And the best civil remedies are congressional hearings where you can give immunity to people and make them testify. What I'm opposed to is immediately turning it into a criminal prosecution. We just don't know whether there have been crimes committed, whether they're within the statute of limitations. So my strong preference would be to have congressional hearings. That's the role of Congress, to look into dangers to democracy. So if congressional committees were to subpoena these people, I have no problem with that. A grand jury should be used to investigate criminal activities. And we don't know enough yet. So I think
clearly
I would change
not the
order
way that Pam Bondi's going.
First, and then see if there's enough. Yeah.
Right. Clearly not the way this DOJ is going right now. And if you want to talk about Congress, I do want to get your reaction. A little bit tight on time, but Congress is moving forward with all these subpoenas. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Merrick Garland, James Comey Barr. This is all about Epstein, though. This isn't about Russiagate. This is about Epstein, Loretta Lynch, Eric Holder. They could all just plead the fifth, though, here. Do you expect that they may do that?
Not a single one of them will plead the fifth. They may plead executive privilege. They won't plead the fifth. Look, I want everything to come out. If there's a client list, I'd love to see the client list because I'm not on it. I'm his lawyer, not his client. And I think people who are innocent want to see everything come out. So please pursue it hard. Get every document out. Use subpoena power to get these documents out. But don't, what I worry about is ready, fire, aim. That people sometimes fire first before they aim. And what we need is to get the data first. Let's get the documents. Let's use the subpoena power to get all the documents. Then an intelligent decision can be made as to whether to pursue criminal prosecution.